Hey folks, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I'm Julianne Hoore, the bearded bombshell of the Scottish drag scene. Today we're going to be doing a little Valentine's look, and I've got a brand new palette to play with, so I thought I'd do a little makeup tutorial, kind of 2021 version of Julianne. And the new palette is, of course, the Beauty Bay New Romantic palette. And I've also got the Liquid Crystal Eyeshadows. I've not used those before, so we'll see how that goes. And of course, here is the palette. Absolutely love this packaging. I love the print on it. It's so beautiful. And here is the stunning palette. Now, it's a little bit more muted in the shades I normally go for in terms of like pinks, reds, purples. It's a lot more muted, although I love this claret colour in the middle. So it's going to be kind of more that kind of aesthetic we're going for. Quite excited for that. And then lastly, the Liquid Eyeshadow Trio. Okay, here we are. But there's some beautiful shades here that I think we'll use to cut our crease today as a change from what we normally do. And yeah, I'm just going to do my base and then catch you back up when we get into using the brand new Beauty Bay palette. Alright, that was my base done with my Krylon TV paint sticks, my base in EF22, my highlight in 00, and my contour in NG1. And then I just top up my contour with my Roxxsaurus Makeup Revolution palette. Also done my nose contour with the same palette, and I've kind of started to kind of give my guidelines into my cut crease. Forgetting everything today, what's going on. And then I really like the brows that Lawrence did on the most recent episode of Drag Race UK, episode 5, where she didn't have brows, but she did have the highlight inspired by like Aquaria and someone else. So I thought I'd give that a shot, and if we don't like it, we can just add brows in after. So fuck it. I kind of want to try and get a more pulled out kind of look, kind of foxy kind of eye. Kind of obviously the same as what I normally do, but a little bit different. I did go a little lighter on my contour. I kind of want a more kind of softer look, although I went really deep in that nose contour. I might line that up with some powder. Let's go in. I might sketch out my liner first. I've got the NYX Epic Ink liner. I don't normally use liners, but I've really gotten into this. I was recommended it, and honestly, it gets it so fine, the point, and also it's just so black as well. I always found with the Kiko one, yeah, I was setting it with powder to kind of just deepen it up a little bit, and this just applies really well compared to other liners that I've used before. I don't have to keep on going over and over again, so that's what I quite like about the NYX Epic Ink liner. Alright, we'll stick with that for now. Not too bad. Work in progress. And now let's dip into the palette. Let's go for it. So I think I'm going to dip in first into shade Flamingo up here. It's already kind of coming a little bit apart. You can tell kind of like quickly. The other palettes, there is a lot of fallout. Let's just say that. But the pigment, it's there, it shows up. Even this kind of pale pastel colour, you know, it's showing up, but it does fall apart quite quickly in the pan, so you've got to be quite light with it. You don't want to go in. As a drag queen, I tend to go in a little bit, maybe a bit too harsh. So, for example, in my Book of Magic palette, you can see my black compared to the rest of them has already hit pan. Obviously, I do like to use a lot of black when I used to be setting my eyeliner and going in on my crease as well. But it just disappeared, which was really unfortunate, but that is what it is. Going in with shade Birthday here, and just kind of blending it out just a little bit more. As always, they do kind of blend well and work together. I do find that with the Beauty Bay palettes is that they really they've definitely got their formula down. It's just, I think, there's just so much fallout in them that it's a little bit distracting for me, but it is what it is. I can use it, it works, great pigmentation. You can really even see it just like on camera. I can still kind of see that pinky shade, but nevertheless we are going to go a little bit darker, and we're going to go in with Milkshake here into the crease. And now we're finally going to go deeper with this claret colour. Working up these colours, just give it more depth, dimension. Just taking that shade Flamingo up just a little bit higher into this brow bone. I might add some little pearls on here. I've got some pearls that might match with this look. Okay, and then we're going to deepen it up a little bit with this dark brown shade called Saddle. Alright, so I think we're ready to go in with the crystal eyeshadows. I'm thinking this one is matching very well, which is Morganite. There is the shade Sardonyx, which looks kind of more like a brownie kind of colour, which I don't think will work here. And then there is also Carnelian, which is a bit more mauvey. This is the one I want to use, a bit more pinky, Morganite, but Carnelian's a little bit more kind of toned back. I really want to kind of let it sparkle. Let's go for it. Not too sure. I think what I need to do is define the crease a bit further, so we'll go in with a more detailed brush and mix the saddle and claret colours together. I might pop in some of this gold highlight in Oyster just on the centre and in the inner corner, just kind of brighten it up a little bit. And I've been using these little sponge brushes, which I've never thought of using before, but they really apply glitter highlights pretty well, and they're so precise. I've been loving it. Let's fill in that eyeliner. Alright, we're wiping off the excess just here, and we're going to work on under eyes now. Do I want to do a liner on the bottom? Probably. But what I like to do is my white first. What I normally use for my, what I've been recently using for my brow bone and for my inner eye highlight is this Kryolan HD cream liner. It is so white and so stark, like it will just sit on anything as well. So I am absolutely in love with this. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. A little expensive, but obviously I'm not using much of it, and I think this will last me quite a while, so fingers crossed on that. But again, just putting it in as normal down into my eyeline. Have we all been enjoying lockdown? It's been so good having RuPaul's Drag Race and really like committing to doing something like every week, like having this YouTube channel. Like I don't expect much from it. I think that's a bad way to go into it anyway, with my 60 odd subscribers. but it's been so good to like really commit to something on a weekly basis. Talk about things that I really enjoy, being obviously fashion, drag, makeup. It is so much fun to do. Even if I'm just talking into an empty room, it's something better, especially since being made redundant last month. Still unemployed, so if you want to support a queen, make sure to tip me over at PayPal at paypal.me/Julianne Hoore. That'd be greatly appreciated. Drag is not cheap, and Drag Race has been so great lately. It's been like, especially the UK season, it has really popped off something hard, and it's been just so exciting to watch, especially Lawrence and Ellie being UK queens, Scotland queens even, sorry, of course they're UK queens. It's been such a joy to watch them turning looks stunting pretty. Like, they are phenomenal. Like, I knew they were both swords before they went into the competition, but wow, they really brought it to the competition. I think everyone, like, outside of Scotland maybe thought, obviously, Hoore and Taste being the fashion queens, but in comparison, I think Ellie and Lawrence have really proved themselves, especially as they're saying, like, in Scotland there isn't much money in drag. I once remember having a tip spot and getting like £7. Like, it's really not much. And I've had other tip spots where I've got like £70. Like, it's all over the place. And then we're just going to take the exact same colours that we took in the top and bring them down below. Time to blush. Now I will blush with some pink, but first I want to take some orange from my Give Face Cosmetics, just because it does give a bit more warmth in here. Okay, and I think we're going to go back in with Flamingo to get a kind of a light pink tone to it. And I'm going to use the Be Perfect Get Wet Stacey Marie highlight cream in shade Do You. Using a clean finger, I'm going to run it up and down here. I love this. I've seen Juno Birch first use it on her channel. Use it in my highlight brow bone here. And you can really kind of build it up. I use a lot of it. Just make sure it's a clean finger. The amount of times I've not done it with a clean finger is shameful. So I have little bags of pearls. Not sure which ones, if I want to use like baby pink. These kind of purpley black ones. I just have these hot pink ones, but I don't think those would look that great. Hot pink, no. Okay, I wasn't sure if these were going to work, but I do think they're rather cute. Very much inspired by James the Creature, a local queen in Edinburgh. I'm absolutely in love with. They are phenomenal. And these little pearls are from Give Face Cosmetics. They have these on clearance, so if you want to get them you can use code gotta go and you'll get even more off them. You'll get, I think, 50% off them. So I think like a little bag of these is like £1 with the code, or £2 without. And if you want to use code Julianne, you can, of course, across the entire website, and you'll get 10% off. But if you're getting in off the clearance, just use the code gotta go. 50% off on some of these magical, beautiful pearls. I picked up quite a few different ones. I actually have all of those. I got quite a few. And I cannot wait to play with all the different colours I got. And they have such a great range. So if you're looking for something new to play with as part of your makeup, pick up these. They are gorge. One thing I don't understand is how James has the patience to glue all of these on. They are so fidgety. I mean, the final result is phenomenal, but fuck. Make sure to go check out both James the Creature and Ronya, because they host a phenomenal legendary show, Birds of Paradise, normally in Edinburgh, but instead they're doing a review show, of course, of Drag Race UK, and they are absolutely hysterical. Some of my absolute favourite people in the drag scene in Edinburgh. They're so lovely, so supportive, and make sure to go check them out at Birds of Paradise. Links for all their YouTube and Instagram channels will all be down in the description down below. Lashes. I really want lashes on right now because I am feeling this look, but it's just needing the little pair of lashes just to help me feel this fantasy, especially with all these beautiful pearls on. I am so excited. Don't think I've ever mentioned before what I do with lashes on here. Yeah, I very rarely get like an individual like set of lashes. I think they're just a bit too expensive for like a pair of lashes. They are beautiful and they do look more luxurious than like standard lashes. But like, to be honest, I don't think many people really notice. What I get is I get a whole bunch of lashes, like 20 pairs in here. Like 20 pairs in here, you get them off Amazon like super cheap. You get all of these for what you'd get in unnamed brand of lashes. Of course, I do love the lashes from Dragged Out. I love the lashes from Give Face Cosmetics. I love all the individual lashes that they've got. I just think for me personally, economy wise, especially now that I'm out of work, is just getting a whole bunch of set of lashes, stack 2 pairs of them together and you are grand. I just don't see the worth of it unless you're really doing something specific. So for example, these Dragged Out ones, these are actually also double stacked as well, but they are massive. I've got an idea for those that I might be doing soon, not quite sure. But that's for something super specific, and so that's when I would go out and be like, okay, I'm going to spend a little bit of money, get some beautiful massive lashes. I might even get sometimes bottom lashes, but then I can just take those apart as well and cut them up a little bit. You know, like there's no point, I think, for your standard lashes that you use every day to get individual boxes. As you can see, I've got quite a few. But for me, I just don't see the value of it in comparison to what you can get elsewhere. Next set we're going to do is the beard. Of course, I've got my Haley Hair Care hair gel coloured wax, and we're going to pop that in the beard. It's a nice rose red colour. The wig I'm going for is quite pastel-esque, so hopefully the powder will kind of pale that out. But alright, and then we're going to comb that through. So make sure it's nice and even. Of course, being careful not to take the colour onto your skin. Then we're going to take our powder and hopefully that will lighten it up a little bit. Okay, and once we have that there, I'm going to do my nose highlight again with the HD cream liner from Krylon. And I take the insiest, wincy, little tiniest brush. And then we're going to take the HD cream liner with the white and then do a little dot right on the end. A little bit bigger than that. I've decided to make my nose look super pinched. I'm going to draw the tiniest white line running up the center. So let's get lip pencils. We are going to go in with the Give Face Cosmetics lip pencils, or cosmetic pencils, and outline our lips. I don't often do this because my beard covers most of my lips, but it is sometimes noticeable when I don't have lip liner on, so I'm going to do it this time. Okay, then we're going to go in with the Vampire shade of the Makeup Revolution. Then in the centre we're going to take that shade Cupcake and then reapply this lip lacquer on top. And that's it for the makeup. So let me just clean up a little bit, get a wig on, get the look on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it for the final Valentine's look using the brand new Beauty Bay New Romantics palette and crystal eyeshadows. Now, I absolutely love this product. I think the formula for Beauty Bay has been really solid. Obviously, it kind of falls apart if you dig in too deep, so obviously it's a little bit more of a lighter touch. There's a bit of fallout, but I'm not too fussed with that. If you're not too fussed with that, then go ahead and get it. At £15, it's an absolute steal. I would say, compared to some of the other palettes, there maybe isn't as much variety in this. So for example, the Book of Magic and the Sunset Horizons palette, I believe it was called, had kind of more kind of variety, create a lot of different looks. Whereas this, I suppose you could make like nude looks here, and then you've got the red look. But then that's about it. Whereas the other ones had like, the Book of Magic had some greens in there, blues, purples, it had some nudes in there, you know, it had such variety. This one I wouldn't say as much, but if you love this colour story, like I will get so much use out of this for sure to create kind of more subdued colours in my kind of eyeshadow, whereas a lot of my other looks have been quite poppy, to say the least. So yeah, that's maybe the biggest comparison to this palette and the other ones Beauty Bay have released before. But I can totally see myself using this a lot. The crystal eyeshadows, I am not 100% sure on these. I think I want to try them next with a base underneath to see how much they transform. Maybe I'll do like a couple little tests before I use them next time. It's very sparkly, especially in that first application, but if you start moving it around, it does kind of lose a little bit of that shimmer. But they work incredibly well with the shimmer shades in the palette. So I mean, so I believe I've got the shade, what was it, Marganite on my lid. Then I also put the gold oyster shade just to kind of enhance that duochrome, because it's already kind of got gold flecks in it, but that just punched it a little bit more and kind of gave it a bit more vibrance and shimmer to it, that it definitely has. But I think kind of the way I was working it in the first time ever using these kind of maybe diffused it a little bit more than I should have. But you live and you learn. I believe the set of 3 of these also came at £15. I can't quite remember. If you're obviously kind of more adept at using these and you know how to use them, let me know in the comments down below. I can see myself using them for sure. It was quite good for cutting the crease, although I just don't think with the shades being so similar, it could have did it as well as I would have expected. And if I'm gonna end up cutting my crease anyway with say like a white or a nude base or whatever, and then applying these, like, I suppose that kind of defeats the purpose of using these to cut the crease like they normally say, I think, in all their advertising for these. So I don't know. The jury's still on this, so get a little bit more used to this, but I would absolutely recommend picking up the palette if this is your kind of colour story. It is so worth it. 20 shades for £15 still. Now if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to press that like button down below, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. If you want to check out more of me, make sure to do so on all social media at Julianne Hoore, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye folks.